The MC-21 is no longer an idea or a concept. It's a real aircraft already flying, and it's designed to directly challenge the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320. This isn't just a Russian jet trying to fit in. It's a bold statement that the era of Western monopoly in narrow-body aviation is being disrupted. If you've flown on a Boeing 737 or an Airbus A320, you already know how tight things can feel inside the cabin. The MC-21 changes that. It has a wider fuselage, over 4 inches more than the A320 and 11 inches more than the 737. That might sound like a small number on paper, but in economy class, it makes a noticeable difference. Wider aisles, less shoulder bumping, and more room to breathe. This is not about luxury. This is about restoring basic comfort in economy, which passengers have been losing for years. It doesn't stop at space. The MC-21 has another major passenger-focused upgrade: cabin pressure. Most commercial jets pressurize the cabin to simulate an altitude of about 8,000 feet. The MC-21 drops that to 6,000 feet. This means passengers experience more oxygen in the air, which reduces fatigue, headaches, and the general exhaustion you feel after flying. For older travelers, this can make a huge difference in how you feel during and after a flight. It also reduces the chances of blood clots and improves overall circulation during long-haul travel. Now let's talk safety, because this is where things get serious. The MC-21 is not only modern, it's smarter than its competition. While the Boeing 737 MAX monitors 4 key flight parameters, the MC-21 tracks over 10 simultaneously and in real time. Engine stress, airspeed, angle of attack, G-forces, crosswind, vibration, even how the aircraft is compensating when one engine loses thrust. All of it is constantly analyzed by onboard systems. And here's the big difference. The system doesn't just alert the pilots. It evaluates, suggests corrective actions, and in some cases, takes immediate preventative steps. This kind of proactive safety system isn't just rare. It's the future of commercial flight. There's more. Pilots on the MC-21 use something called an active side-stick control system. This may sound technical, but it solves a very real problem. On older aircraft like the Airbus A320, each pilot has their own stick and they don't move together. That means one pilot might not know what the other is doing unless they speak up, which is dangerous during emergencies. On the MC-21, the control sticks are force-sensitive and synced. When one pilot moves the stick, the other pilot feels it. If a pilot makes an aggressive or incorrect input, the stick pushes back instantly. It's tactile feedback in real time, which prevents conflicting decisions in stressful situations. That's not all. The MC-21 is equipped with open architecture avionics. Most planes operate on rigid software systems, where fixing a fault requires manual diagnosis and lots of guesswork. The MC-21 is different. It can identify problems mid-flight, isolate the faulty component, reroute systems to keep flying safely, and even create a precise maintenance schedule based on actual wear, not just hours logged. That reduces delays, lowers costs, and improves safety across the board. If you're wondering how the aircraft performs in rough air, here's what's built in: advanced G-force sensors, wind shear monitoring, and a flight control system that reacts faster than a human ever could. It can help pilots stabilize the aircraft automatically during turbulence or adverse weather. That means less shaking, more control, and a smoother ride. And yes, it still keeps the pilot in charge, but it's like having a digital co-pilot that never misses anything. Let's pause here. You might be thinking, this all sounds impressive, but what about its real-world experience? Is it tested? Is it safe? Can we trust it? The truth is, the MC-21 is still new. It hasn't logged decades of commercial service like the Boeing 737 or Airbus A320. But it's gone through rigorous development, ground tests, and successful flight testing. It's already being delivered to Russian airlines, and more are on the way. It's not a prototype. It's a certified, airworthy jet. That said, it still has to prove itself with thousands of safe flight hours. No aircraft earns public trust overnight. Boeing didn't. Airbus didn't. The MC-21 won't either. But it's headed in the right direction. Now here comes the hard part. Not technical, but political. Because this aircraft is Russian, it faces uphill battles for international certification. Agencies like the FAA in the US and ESA in Europe must certify any aircraft before it flies in those regions. Given current geopolitical tensions, that process may be long, if it happens at all. But Russia knows this. That's why the MC-21 is designed with domestic components, including Russian-made engines like the PD-14, and aims first at domestic and friendly international markets. That's important, because even if the West doesn't adopt it, large markets in Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Africa are already showing interest. Countries that want alternatives to Boeing and Airbus now have one, and not just a cheap copy, but a technologically advanced alternative. Russia is also offering full support packages, including financing, local assembly, and maintenance deals. That's very attractive to developing nations trying to build their aviation sectors without relying on the West. What's even more fascinating is the long-term impact of the MC-21 and China's C919. Together, these aircraft are carving out a second aviation ecosystem, one that doesn't depend on American or European manufacturing, certification, or software. That could eventually split the global market in two: Western Standard Aviation on one side and Eastern Standard Aviation on the other. It's a radical change that could affect everything from air travel routes to spare part compatibility. Now, let's shift our attention to competition. Airbus and Boeing are not standing still. The rise of the MC-21 has added pressure on both companies to move faster on next-generation aircraft. The A320 and 737 designs are decades old. They've been upgraded, yes, but the core designs date back to the 80s, and the 737 to the 1960s. The MC-21, by contrast, was designed from scratch in the 21st century. Its use of composite wings, intelligent flight systems, and cabin upgrades forces Boeing and Airbus to reimagine their narrow-body fleets, or risk falling behind. Let's be clear. This isn't about whether the MC-21 will replace the 737 or A320 globally tomorrow. It won't, but it's now a serious alternative, and it's forcing change across the industry. You're probably asking now, so will I ever fly on one? If you fly in Russia or its partner regions, you might board an MC-21 soon. Even if not, it's already pushing Boeing and Airbus to build safer, smarter, and more comfortable jets. So the next time you board a 737 MAX or an A320neo, remember, that armrest you're leaning on, that smoother ride you feel, or that quieter engine up above. It might be there because a Russian jet called the MC-21 dared to compete. Would you fly a Russian jet if it offered more comfort and smarter tech? Or does brand loyalty still win? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more straight-talking aviation stories. See you in the next one.